Welcome back to Alfonso's Phone Collection. We've officially reached the end here of the phone collection for June 2026. So let's continue with the rest of my smartphones. Here's my Wiko Eufeel. Got this one in 2022. Here's an HTC Artemis. Got this one in 2025. Here's two ZTE Blade L9s. I don't remember when I got them. Here's a Huawei Ascend Y530 on mail. Got this one in 2023. Here's a Vodafone 875. Got this one in 2021. Here's an LG Leon. Got this one in 2022. And the last smartphone I have is a Nokia Lumia 610, which I got in 2021, and it's on Vodafone. Now moving on with the last of my tablets, consoles, MP3 players, and landline phones. So here's a Lenovo Tab 2. Got this one in Christmas 2024, I believe. Could have been before that. Here's a Select Line tablet. I don't remember when I got it. Here's two PSP 1004s. This one I got in 2021 and this one in 2022. Here's a Vodafone DECT. Got this one in 2023, I believe. Here's a Siemens Gigaset AL17H. Got this one in 2023, I believe. Lots of the MP3 players are these tiny ones, which I don't remember when I got them. Both are dead. And now with the rest of the basic phones. Here's an Alcatel One Touch 233 on Vodafone. Got this one in 2026. Here's a Nokia E5. Got this one in 2026 too. Here's a Motorola W375. Got this one in 2021. Was the second phone in the collection. Here's a Nokia 6020. Got this one in 2021. Here's a Pano P4100. Got this one in 2020. I actually don't remember. Here's a Nokia 2720. Got this one in 2021. Just needs a screen. Here's a Nokia C2. Got this one in 2023. Here's a Motorola Pebble U6. Got this one in 2022 actually. Here's a Samsung C300. Got this one in 2025. Here's a Nokia 2720. Got this one in 2024. Here's a Samsung SGH R210S. Got this one in 2024. Here's a Nokia 7110. Got this one in 2021. Doesn't have a battery in it right now. Here's two Huawei G6s, both on TMN. Got these in 2021. Here's an Alcatel 3025X. Got this one in 2023, I believe. Here's a Nokia 6610i. Got this one in 2022. Here's a Wiko Lubi 5 Plus. I don't remember when I got it. Here's two Samsung E1200Is. The white one I got in 2023. The black one I got in 2024. Here's three Nokia 1208s. I don't remember when I got them, but they don't have batteries. Two are on TMN and one is on Vodafone. Here's the Samsung E1150i. Got this one in 2023. Here's the LG L3100. Got this one in 2022. Here's the Nokia 2330C. Got this one in 2023 as well. This one I got in 2022. Here's a Nokia 5530. Got this one in 2021. Here's a Nokia 5110. Got this one in 2020. In 2022. Here's two Motorola Razrs. Got these in 2021. Here's the Sony Ericsson V800 on Vodafone because that's what the V stands for. Got it in 2021. Here's the Samsung SGHC 270. Got this one in 2023, not 2021. Here's an Alcatel One Touch 308. Got this one in 2022. Here's the Samsung E1070. Got this one in 2021. Here's the other Corby TXT. Got this one in 2022. Here's a Nokia 8310. Got this one in 2020. I actually don't remember. Maybe 2023. Here's a ZTE Cine on Optimus. Got this one in 2021 actually. Here's an Alcatel 1046G. Got this one in 2021. Here's a TMNEZ 50. Got this one in 2021. Here's a Nokia 1600. Got this one in 2021. Here's a MobiWare C11. Got this one in 2020. I actually don't remember. Here's the Samsung SGHC 140. Got this one in 2021. Now these next four phones here. These two I got in 2021, while these two I got in 2022. Here's the Sony Ericsson. Dropped it there. W205. Got this one in 2022. Here's a Nokia N-Gage. Got this one in 2021. Here's a Nokia 3310. Got this one in 2022. And the last phone in my collection is a Nokia 7360, which I got in 2021. So now let's unlock all these devices. So that is my phone collection as of June 2026. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Battery disconnected on that one. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.